how to make this one character work. How can I play this character and at the same time not get flamed by my teammates? What advice do you have for them?
So before all of that, you have to make sure Moira is fixed, is match your personality.
Okay.
Overwatch is a unique game that with different characters,
Yeah.
and different characters have to play by different personalities.
Right.
Like if you're fast, you're very aggressive, you should go to play Genji, right? You
Right.
should go to play Tracer, right?
Right. Um, Going ahead. Question like this is one of the questions of all time. I have a lot of friends who are Moira players. I have a lot of friends
Mm,
who are stuck in their own elos like gold or plat or maybe silver, maybe diamond, who play Moira or who enjoy the character. But they also at the
mm,
same time want to climb. They want to climb out of their elo. They want to get better. So
mm.
um, they ask me that how to make this one character work. How can I play this character and at the same time not get flamed by my teammates? What advice do you have for them?
So before all of that, you have to make sure Moira is fixed, is match your personality.
Okay.
Overwatch is a unique game that with different characters,
Yeah.
and different characters have to play by different personalities.
Right.
Like if you're fast, you're very aggressive, you should go to play Genji, right? You
Right.
should go to play Tracer, right?
Right.
If you're very stable, if you're very stat very tactical, right? You should go play monkey. That
Right.
doesn't need aiming, right? It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't need high reaction time, right?
Right.
So first of all, you have to figure out who the character you match with your personality
Oh,
is the first
that
thing.
that is.
If you find out, if you try every single character, if you find out Moira is your best character to play with,
Mm,
her playstyle is matched with you,
mm,
then you improve your game sense in the game. Because Moira is the character that doesn't need aiming at all, right?
right.
Most of
Right.
the time, she doesn't need aiming.
Right.
And also, what she relies is the skill used in the games, such as game sense is very important.
Right.
Very important. Seems like, as I said, you have to know every single opponent which ultimates they're having.
Right.
Like if they have EMP, you definitely not want to horizon early and let them EMP you and shut you down, right?
Right. So let them
You
EMP. Let them
never.
EMP. Let them EMP and then use it or.
Yeah, yeah. You use the horizon and you eat the EMP and your horizon gone.
Right.
What is your purpose? You're using horizon, right?
Right.
And let's say you always save your fate for the shadow and all other ultimates.
Right.
If you don't have that game sense, you better improve it.
Right.
Trust me, you have to know what the opponent's ultimate have.
Right.
Then you have to counter of it,
Okay.
right?
Right.
And some small skill, if you know they have pulse bomb, you
Hmm.
definitely save your fate to save your life.
Hmm. Hmm.
And also as a support player,
Yeah.
not only Moira but all support players,
Hmm.
you have to turn on your game sound
Hmm.
because support player is very reliant on game sound. Especially some of their teammates get hurt from behind,
Yeah.
they will definitely will yell.
Hmm.
Not only in game but also in communication, in voice chat, right? If they are not in voice chat, you can definitely can hear them
Hmm.
yelling,
Hmm.
"I
Hmm.
need healing,"
Yeah.
or "I'm getting hurt
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
some characters," right?
Yeah.
You need to hear. Where they need heal, you must turn around and help them. You cannot
Okay.
ignore them
Okay.
at all times
Okay. So you.
because it costs you about 0.5 seconds turn back and heal once and go to battlefield again as a support.
Yeah.
Trust
Got it.
me, you have to turn on your game sound.
Got it. Got it. So you have to turn on your game sounds and you have to listen to players who are around and and help your teammates. Like that is one of the most important tips of Moira that I think people will take from here. Like, don't be a DPS bot or don't just be a heal bot. You know, you have to do both, manage your cooldown, manage your fade. If there is a
Yeah.
tracer around with a pulse bomb, you have to keep your fade so that the tracer doesn't just come and stick it. I think it's a mixture of both game sounds and game sense. So with time, I think players will develop this, and I think they'll get better with time, I guess. So it takes time to learn a character, and that's a very good point that you mentioned, IRP, where you said you have to let the character be your personality. As if they are not your personality, then probably that's not your character. So you'll have to
Yeah.
make your personality choose what character you actually play in order to get better. That's like one of the I think lines of the interview. I think that, thank you for that. That is very insightful. Thank you so much for that. Um,
Yeah. You're
Thank you so much.
welcome.
Yeah. Do you? So now there are certain questions that the community asks, which is like not very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So starting with, what are the best tanks that you can play with Moira?
What is the best time play with Moira? Do you
The
mean?
best tanks. Tanks. What do you think the best
Or
tanks?
tanks?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
best time play with Moira beside Doom.
Yeah. Okay.
Beside Doom is
Yeah.
I
Any.
know a lot. Any characters in Overwatch 1, I definitely not like to see a ball player keep rolling around and I throw a yellow ball, yellow up, and he just throw away, right?
Right.
I definitely don't want ball players in Overwatch. But since ball has
Yeah.
been buffed,
Yeah.
that he won't die in front line, so
Yeah.
he can roll back
Yeah.
and let you heal.
Right.
But Doomfist, once he's died into the enemy backline, you
Yeah.
can't do anything.
Right.
You can't do anything.
So.
It's hard to deal with Doomfist 10 player,
Hmm.
but you have to change your own style because in ranking
Yeah.
you don't know
Who will play what?
who will be your tank,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So you have to fix your play style.
Right.
You have to test your play style to match with your tank. If your tank is Sigma, right?
Yeah.
It's reinhardt, you definitely like to stay behind them, right? If your tank is Ball or Doomfist, you have to die with them, or they just die in front line.
Okay. Okay. So you have to adapt. You have to adapt. Yeah.
You don't have to frustrated that if the tank is not match your playstyle or not match your character,
Yeah.
you can press your playstyle to match with them. Try to match with them.
Oh, okay.
Then you will have some inspiration.
Got
You
it.
have some inspiration by playing with different tanks.
Got it. Got it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you have to actually not worry about whatever the tank the other enemy team is playing or your own team is playing. You just change your playstyle accordingly. So if they have a ball or a doofus,
Yeah.
you dive with him. If they have a Ryan or
Yeah.
Sigma, play behind him. Or again, got that's really good. That's really helpful. Does Moira require any utility type ability, or she's fine right now? Do you think she needs a buff or a nerf, or she's fine right now?
I definitely people hate Moira is there's not a no reason hate Moira,
Yeah.
right? People say Moira is not helping teammates at all, right? I think the main problem about Moira helping people is the main problem.
Yeah.
I'm always out of juice. I'm always out of juice. So they fix it by throwing the purple orb to recharge your energy, but it's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough. Like
Compared
it
to
doesn't
other,
do- I know.
compared to other supports, they can
Right.
unlimited kill
Unlimited
their
healing.
tank.
They have unlimited heal tanks. Yes.
Yeah, unlimited healing,
They
right?
never run out.
Especially Baptiste,
Yeah.
unlimited group healing. It's
Exactly.
group healing unlimited.
Exactly.
But for Moira, there's a limited resources. You have to recharge it. Sometimes, if you play longer period of time,
Right.
you will feel a little bit frustrated about that
Right. 100%.
scenario.
100%.
Yeah.
So
So everyone hates Moira. Everyone says Moira is shit. Why don't you buff it again? Again. I definitely, I'm happy to see it.
So you think your healing needs a buff? Her healing needs a bit of buff.
Yeah.
Or you should recharge faster. Something.
It has to be more. It has to be more substantial.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, thank you. So according to you, she does need a slight buff in her healing, where she can actually heal more people at a time, or maybe do.
Substantiable. As is substantiable. Yes.
Healing. Right. Thank you so much. So there was one question where I don't want to ask it, but it's like, does playing DPS Moira work in high rank? So I don't think so. This is a question which you want to answer because you're the legit rank 1 Moira, so it definitely works for you. So I don't want to ask this question. In what situations would you recommend not playing Moira, and what other heroes counter Moira? This is the same question, but do you have any situation where you swap heroes personally, or do you play any other heroes at certain situations?
Yeah, besides Moira, I play Kiriko as well. Okay. Especially some of the tanks, they don't avoid heal bans, anti-healing from the enemy honor.
Right.
And most of the scenario, you can help anything besides if you're playing Kiriko or Baptiste to save your tank from getting anti-healing, right?
Right.
So sometimes if your tank is playing reinhardt, is playing Sigma and having hard time on it, then you have to swap.
Right. Okay.
I'm not saying it's not playable, but I always try to make the games easier.
Right.
I always make the games easier. As soon as make the game easier, and it's higher probability to win.
Right. Got it.
It make the games easier, make the high probabilities to make you claim on the ranking. Just always try to think one way: how to make this game, how to make this match easier for you, easier for your teammates. Then you will win the game.
100%. So you have to find out ways on how to make her work, and at the same time, there has to be a way. If she's not working and you're not being able to help, you do swap. You personally, you play Kiriko a lot. That's what you said. You play Kiriko.
I do swap, but I'm not saying it's a must. Just easier to play to win the game. It's make easier.
Yeah, you just want to make it.
Also, you can be harder way, but you have to try hard. I'm not saying you're 0% will lose, but you have to try hard.
You have to try hard, yeah.
Which is you're going to the hard path.
I know. So you just want to make it easier so that you have some energy left for the next game, and you can try hard where it actually will matter. Yeah, I get your point. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That was last question. This is the legit last question. This is do you think Moira, like, do you have is there a hero that counters Moira? Because I interviewed Prashi. He said he's a Lucio player. He's like a full-blown Lucio player. He plays Lucio a lot. Captain Prash said that he fears Sombra a lot because Sombra can just perma-hack him and in spawn and spawn camp him and do whatever with him, right? So do you think is there any hero in that hero list 36, 37 heroes which is like a hard counter to Moira?
So for me, in most of the way it's hard for Moira to play is against D.Va and Baptiste.
Okay.
So D.Va, for most unexperienced Moira player, when you throw the orb,
she will eat it.
She just ate it.
Yeah.
She just eat it by having the defense matrix, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying D.Va counter me because I know how to counter D.Va.
Right.
But for most of the time, for most of the Moira players in January, D.Va is a nightmare for Moira. And also Baptiste is another nightmare. Seems like you can do a lot of damage by throwing the purples off, right? But at the same time, Baptiste has unlimited group healing.
Right.
Once you throw the purple orbs, it seems like it's not a pressure for him. This is right click and heal the whole teammate.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So
50 HP per shot, right?
Yeah, it's too much.
So he unlimited keep charging his arm. Right. So if for unexperienced, average Moira players, Diva and Baptiste,
Diva and Baptiste is
Moiras.
Right. So for people who are just learning the character, learning the game, I think they should try and avoid Diva and Baptiste or learn how to play around them, more in order to get better.
What's that? Could you mind repeat?
Yeah, I just said for newer players, I think Diva and Baptiste are some of the characters where they have to actually look out for, because they could legit do so much if there is a Moira on the enemy team, one of the harder counters of the character. Okay, yeah, thank you so much for that. Just finishing off with this one very small question again. Do you have a certain regimen or diet that you follow that will keep you focused in game? I've asked this to everyone, so I just want to know: is there something a diet that you follow, or a strict regime that you follow, in order to not to do anything else, just to make you play better?
I think I'm the only one that I'm running an extremely diet. I only eat one meal a day. I only eat one meal a day.
OMAD, it's called
because
OMAD. Yeah.
Yes, I only eat one meal a day, and the only one meal is my dinner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The reason behind that is, if you're hungry, it will peak your performance. You will get higher sensitivity. You will make smarter choice of your every decision.
So fight or flight survival.
Have you heard?
Fight or flight.
Yeah, because our genes, were decided when you're hungry, you need to make smarter decision and faster reflex to catch the food from wild, right?
True.
So once you're full, you will slow down your brain. Yeah, so there's one word say, always keep your hunger. Always keep your hunger, right? Okay. That's why I only eat one meal a day, but I'm not recommend to other people.
Yeah, I get it.
It's just for me.
Yeah,
just for me, personal. Okay.
Yeah,
just for me. But if you want to be more professional or high rank, you have to find your own way. But this is my way. I only eat one meal a day.
1 meal a day. That is so good. I did a lot of dieting myself, and I read a lot about it. Intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day, 4 hour, only 2 hours where you can eat, and 22 hours you don't eat. So I know a lot about these things, but I didn't know this one way where you can stay hungry and your body will perform at its peak performance. That is something new I learned from you, IRP. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's my personal. I don't recommend to other people, because it's unhealthy.
Yeah,
unhealthy for most of the people.
I get it. People need to find their own way. But so I just asked because I wanted to know what your regimen is, and if people want to, they can. But you don't recommend it 100%. Got it. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time, IRP, and that has been a pleasure interviewing you. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I hope I can see you again soon, and I'll try and keep in touch with the Hong Kong staff and help you in all the ways possible. Thank you so much for being here, IRP. It means a lot. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me today as well, and I hope to see you soon. And I'm very happy to share more information or tips about the Moira plays and Overwatch overall.
Thank you so much, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much, IRP. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Yeah, you're always welcome. Bye bye.
Bye bye.